It's time for the big announcement.
What? Already?
But what is the big announcement?
Oh no.
Is it the one I've been waiting for?
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Have I been celebrating?
Too much.
What?
Stop shouting.
Come with me through the curtain of even more blurry curtain of blurred colons and find out what's going on in my cancer chemo story. Welcome to the Tumotastic.
Video diary number 48.
Hi, Skatz here.
I know who you are.
It's Friday, November the 22nd. Welcome to video diary number 48 on Still Alive, where we don't like to die before we die, do we? This is anything but mediocre.
What does that mean?
Yes, it's time for the big announcement, my lovely friends.
Don't string it out, you bastard.
This is going to be a very short diary this week.
And a very short life for me.
And afterwards, I'm going to need a break for I don't know how long.
Forever.
I went to the hospital this week and I'm going to be going again next week. Twice.
Freddie, you will be taken from here to a place of execution.
What for?
And there you will be removed from the world of the living.
Well, everything's happening sooner than I expected, and I'll tell you what happened and why I'm not feeling at my best today and how I ended up in hospital yesterday, accidentally. Oopsie.
Thenceforward, your rotten corpse will be disposed of.
It all started early in the week. I'm not sure of the day. It's all quite hazy. You see, it's not been a very normal week at all.
With fire in the incinerators of doom.
I was in the office right here and I noticed my phone lighting up there on the desk beside me with a notification. It was a missed call and I hadn't even heard it ringing or buzzing, which was a bit strange. The number looked like it was from the hospital though, and the last time that happened I checked the health app on my phone and found I had an appointment.
And afterwards you shall dwell not in the house of the Lord.
So I opened the app and it said there was an update, so I downloaded that and reopened the app and it didn't work. All I got was the white screen of death.
For ye have been a naughty little bastard.
So I tried deleting the app, then turned my phone off and on again. See, that's worked before. It always works, doesn't it? But not this time. When I reloaded the app, still the white screen of death. So I left Chris a message in case he could try and get in touch with the hospital by phone. I'm still terrible on the phone in English, let alone in Spanish.
And forthwith you shall be cast into the fires of hell.
Meanwhile, I was looking on Facebook and a post came up from someone else having trouble with the health app. And our local techie dude, Dave, he's very good. He was saying the upgrade was faulty and we should all wait for a further update. It's happened before and it won't take long, he said.
And there you shall burn forever.
But it was frustrating because this could be an important message. Anyway, long story short, Dave suggested trying on my laptop to get onto the health website to access my appointments there. And it took me until late in the evening, but it worked.
And ye shall not be turned into a Netflix miniseries.
There were 5 appointments, all on the same morning next week, one after the other. And they were for pre-op tests, more pre-op tests. But this time, they were followed by a consult with the anaesthetist.
And neither shall you make any royalties from Netflix or any other purveyors of cheap entertainment for the masses.
So that was quite promising. I thought maybe I'll find out my operation date while I'm there. I arranged with Chris to be there for the tests so I don't miss out on vital information. All good.
And nor shall you be returning unexpectedly to Still Alive.
Then, 2 days later, Liz and I were on the way to our friend's house. You see, they'd invited us over for a lovely meal and some drinks and a stopover to save us driving home. And on the way, we were dropping the dogs off first with the dog sitter and I felt my phone buzzing in my pocket. Well, my intuition told me to answer it, so I pulled the car over and it was the hospital.
In some bizarre plot twist.
So I immediately thought they were just phoning to confirm the day of the tests. So I launched into some pre-prepared Spanish to let them know I'd seen the appointments list and I would be there. But she went on to talk about the operation and said a different day next week. So this was them booking me in for the procedure, for the operation, for next week.
Where it turns out you're not Skatz's tumour after all.
Well, that was a shock. A very good shock, though. I was stunned to start with, but by the time we got to our friend's place, we were both in really high spirits, and the day turned into a bigger party than we had expected.
But merely a dark voice in his head that cannot be destroyed.
I won't go into too many details. Let's just say that some of my friends will be impressed at the scale of the celebrating, and some others might be a little bit more judgmental, because I ended up in the hospital. Oopsie.
A plot device to allow the darkness in his soul to speak.
I was okay, though. I think I was just extra worried because of my weakened condition. And I mean, I was still conscious, but I was just feeling very, very sick. Only I couldn't manage to be actually sick. And I spent a few hours there waiting for test results, only to be told the results were normal, considering. So Liz drove us home, and I finally felt a little better after I'd insisted we stop on the way up the hill. Quick, please stop, because I was actually finally properly sick all over a wall 3 or 4 times. My apologies to the cyclist who witnessed the quantity and quality of my noisy and colourful emanations.
In order to make Skatz seem more interesting than he actually is.
Well, then I had a day of recovery, which wasn't quite enough because I'm still feeling rough and tired. I don't know if I look it or not. I've just had a coffee, so it's kind of taken the edge off. Anyway, Liz spent some of the day yesterday clearing her diary for next week so that she could be looking after me. You see, we've been told that in Spain they don't do the looking after the patients part after operations. Things like getting food and taking you to the bathroom, all of that normal stuff. You have to arrange to have someone there for that. Well, it's a very Spanish thing. You have your family in to do all of those things. Anyway, so, and it's, 24 hours a day. They've got to be there, and there probably won't be a bed there for anyone. So Liz, if she's going to get any sleep at all, it's going to be in a chair, probably.
Or is this just the wishful thinking?
So that's my big announcement. It's operation time at last.
Of a Freddie facing oblivion.
After 48 video diaries spanning most of this year, it's time to have Freddie chopped out of me.
If that is the case, and this is my obituary,
it feels very weird and otherworldly.
then do not forget me, my friends.
When I woke up this morning, it didn't feel like a normal Friday. It's like I've time travelled, like next week is already here and my head's already at the hospital. And this is like another me having to go through the motions of making a video diary and running a show tomorrow in a bit of a dream state. I'm only half here. Bizarre.
Think only this of me.
Well, we'll see how all that goes then, shall we? Whatever happens, I won't be making a midweek video next week or a video diary next week or doing the Saturday live show next week, probably. And possibly not the following week either. I'll be playing that by ear. So I'll announce as soon as I'm ready to get back in this chair. It's going to be impossible for me to climb the steps up to the office to start with. But hopefully by the 14th of December Christmas show, I'll be able to be with you live again somehow, but I'm not making any promises, okay? I might have to do the show on my laptop from the bedroom instead. It's got to be in the house. Climbing stairs is not going to be possible.
There's some corner of a foreign field.
Keep your eyes on the Still Alive Facebook page and join up with that and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already.
That is Forever Freddie.
La! On that note, that's all for this week. Maybe longer than a week. Keep your fingers and toes crossed, you lovely people. Cross them twice as hard if you can. Next time you see me, I'll be carrying one less passenger. Until then, raise your drinking receptacles with me. The toast is still alive.
It's been an adventure.
So let's all do the Still Alive dance.
I don't want to go.